everyone and welcome to another episode on the Ordinary Boy Boxing channel. Now in today's video I'm going to talk about the fact that Conor Benn has finally spoken. I was starting to think that he disappeared forever. His silence has continued and continued and continued, but he has finally came out and gave a statement, so that's what I'm going to talk about today in this quick video. So I'm going to go through the statement first of all, and we'll kind of dissect it part by part to see what he's trying to say and what he's getting at. So this was posted to his Instagram, I believe. So it's from Conor Benn Official. So it says, I want to start by saying this has been a very difficult time, not just for me, but for my family and my team. I couldn't have got through this without the love and support of those closest to me and my supporters who have stood by me. I am forever grateful. I don't think there's many supporters, obviously aside from Conor Benn's friends and family and promoter and his team. I think in the general public there hasn't been that many supporters that have vehemently believed Conor Benn. I think in the most part people think he's guilty. He carries on. My team and I have worked extremely hard over the past 7 years to make the fighter I am today. We have never cut corners or cheated the grind in any way. So again, maintaining his innocence, that he's not cheated in any way. So still no admission. I'll be honest, when I think it was yesterday, I saw something come up on my phone saying Conor Benn's released a statement. A little part of me thought he may be owning up to it, but he's still completely saying that he's innocent. So that's interesting. It's been really hard for me to accept that people think that I would do what I was accused of. But what I've come to realise is people rush to judgment without knowing the facts, especially people in the boxing community, and most disappointingly, even those that know me. I mean, I don't know why he's so upset that people have jumped to the conclusion that he's guilty when he's failed 2 different tests. If this was someone else and Conor Benn got asked his opinion on it, I'm sure he would say the same as we've been saying about him. He famously, Chris Eubank Jr. posted it on his Twitter, I think it was, where someone else was in the exact same scenario, that they'd failed a drugs test, and Conor Benn's response was how stupid you have to be to fail a drugs test, to perform analysis of drugs before you're about to fight. So I don't know why he's so surprised or disappointed that people have had the opinion they've had when he stayed pretty much silent. Things have came out that have been kept secret by him and his team. So I really don't understand why he's so upset of the reaction that this whole situation's had. He carries on, although I've kept away from social media, I'm well aware of those who have thrown dirt on my name. I'll forgive, but I won't forget. Again, the same thing really, you know, you stayed silent for all this time. Even in this statement, there's nothing, you're not giving us an excuse or a reason, so what do you expect? Tony Sims has had a clean gym for 26 years. I respect the gym. No one is bigger than the gym. We don't condone cheating or cutting corners. I really like Tony Sims. And it's a tough one because a part of me thinks, was he doing it without Tony Sims even knowing? But then that's kind of, maybe I don't know enough about being around boxing gyms. Is that hard to believe? You know, you tell me in the comments below, would a trainer know? Could it be done behind his back? He carries on, I'm thankful for my dad, obviously Nigel Benn, who has been with me through this whole period, and I'm glad this nightmare is coming to an end for the sake of our combined mental health. So obviously saying that both of them have been through the ringer during this. I completely understand that, I'm sure they both have. Obviously Nigel, as far as I knew, Nigel I think lived in Australia or lives in Australia. He did come over I think for the Eubank fight, and presumably he's just stayed over while the situation's going on. Never did we think we'd go through something like this, but they say the hardest fight in life and the adversity it brings. I want to make up for lost time and not let another moment go to waste. Obviously, you know, that's in reference to his career being stalled, which it obviously has been, and the longer this carries on, it will be. He was due to fight Chris Eubank Jr. Win or lose, his name, he would have probably become a pay-per-view star in his own right, and that would have led on to bigger fights and more money, which has obviously been stalled at the moment. Boxing is my life. I've been through hardships in my career, but nothing like this. Absolutely. I believe in life you go through adversity of all kinds, and what matters most is how you respond. Yeah, I mean, that's a funny line, isn't it? What matters most is how you respond. You've not responded to this at all. It's not that you've responded badly, you've just not responded at all. I'd imagine on advice from probably lawyers, Eddie Hearn, his team. But for me, you know, I can't help but think if I was innocent, I would put a lot more out than Conor Benn has over this whole situation. It's almost like it says to me, it strikes me as guilt when you're being quiet because you don't want to kind of drop yourself in it by saying something. So yeah, that's a it's quite an ironic line. My team have proven my innocence, and the truth will soon come out. Until then, I won't be commenting further due to confidentiality. Okay. Now, so he says his team has. This is interesting. He says his team has proven his innocence. So there's obviously, he's saying it's going to come out. We've been hearing that something's going to come out that's going to clear Conor Benn for months now, and we've not heard anything. The only thing that keeps going on is contamination. Gareth A. Davis was interviewed recently. I think it was this morning. And he's actually spoke to the Boxing British Border Control, who have basically said they don't know what he's on about with this statement. That his case has been put forward, but there's been no conclusion to it. So this statement reads as if he's been told by them, you're clear, when he hasn't. So I don't know if this is almost him kind of trying to preempt a decision. By saying, look, I proved that I'm innocent, and then if it comes out against him, he can say, oh, well, how can you not believe that? How can you not believe that? And we don't know what it is. My guess, from the little we know, is contamination they're going for, which doesn't ride with me at all. I'm thankful to everyone who has supported me through this tough time. He's obviously said that earlier. Tough times don't last, tough people do. We keep it moving, and we'll continue to chase the end goal of being world champion. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. He's going to really struggle, no matter what the verdict, to become world champion anytime soon. A, he needs to build himself all the way back up. B, I don't know what venues and promoters are going to want to work with him and Eddie Hearn. Yeah, I think it's going to be a while, even in best case scenario, that he's going to get a world title shot. And then he finishes, for now I am looking forward to sharing Christmas privately with my family, and I will be back in January. See you all in 2023, the year I become world champion. And I will be back in January. Now presumably he doesn't mean back fighting, because that's a month away. I'm guessing he means with another statement, so presumably they're expecting this to all be concluded by January, and he thinks he's going to become world champion in 2023. I can tell you now, he will not even get a world championship shot in 2023. Never mind become world champion. Not with all this that's gone on. It's hard because we're not hearing him speak, and it's just obviously an Instagram post. It's hard to convey the true emotion where that statement's coming from. It could be optimistic, it could be confidence, or it could be kind of a blag. It's one of the three. I feel like it's a bit insincere, that statement, and as is the same as everything that's come out from when this situation started, there's no substance or actual facts to anything that's being said. Obviously time will tell I'm sick of looking up about Conor Benn or speaking about Conor Benn and there being absolutely nothing new in this situation. We were told months ago that stuff was going to come out and it was going to clear his name. There still has been nothing, and from the sounds of it, we're not going to get anything this year. Considering I think his first failed test was back in July, so quite a while. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Conor Benn finally speaking. What did you think of his statement? Has he convinced you at all that he may be proven innocent? Or are you a bit like me where it's it's just an empty statement? Please do let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and please do subscribe if you get the chance. The channel's still growing really nicely and it's always good to have new people on board. So thank you for watching, and until the next time, take care.